We're going straight into farming sim and multiplayer one. We are certainly going to, yep, that's fine. We're going to have to make some bucks really quickly. Well, not really quickly, but that's our aim at the moment. So we'll shut it down and get it into the game. So as said before, it is a multiplayer server and individual accounts. There's a selection of farms, and basically a group of people can have a farm account, which is 300,000 euros and a Ford Transit van, and from there they can rent, lease, buy properties, vehicles, whatever they need to get underway. There is no industry. Well, there is now, because I've purchased the timber mill and just to make a few extra bucks at this stage. So I've got to work through and make some money. But unfortunately, it's left me pretty well skint. Not much money left. So I've got to work my little tail off to get this money. Let's just see, we logged in. I got 4 grand left at lunchtime. Well, dude, I really spent the money. I just loaded up this one, so we'll get out of this. It will take some more. I went and gathered up some wood, and I need to chop it all down. Don't need you on. And there we go. And I need to chop up some of this. Can't lift it otherwise. I don't have any machinery, don't have any forks for it or tines. So if I can't lift it by hand, I can't do it. This will be right. I'll chop this one. Need to change my mouse. Just make it a bit easier to pick up. Hey Stoney, thanks for the follow. Bit of farming sim, something completely different. Got it all set up, multi-account, multiplayer. Mods, the works. Individual accounts or shared accounts. Yeah, on the Strappenbach map, which is really interesting map. I'll have a quick demo. 186 plots of land, and well and truly tight roads, bit of traffic around the place, but heaps that can be done. Not starting with anything particular. If anyone comes into the game, they'll get a farm, probably 300,000 euros. No, sorry, an account with 300,000 euros. A Ford Transit van, which I suggest selling straight away to get some bucks. And really that's about it. After that, the bank's in it, the credit union, so you can actually lease properties, all those type of things. Work out what you want to do. You can also get other people to do work for you, or you can do work for other people. And there's an invoicing system where you can charge it out based on the type of work. So all pretty good. Yeah, just got to see if I can encourage a few people to come and play. Let's get in there. Let's crank her up. Turn her on. And get some wood. Need to make some bucks. I've leased up heaps of stuff. Oh God. I've got a couple of properties in, and I've come and purchased this timber mill. So I do have the timber mill working away quite nicely. It's producing boards down the end, so slowly working up, building some boards up, producing a bit of wood chip, and once I get those boards I take them up the back block and I can turn them into pallets and then sell the pallets. But it's going to take a while to do that. In the meantime, I need money, and without money I won't be able to make my lease payments. I'm pretty sure that's full now. Let's have a look. even turn it on. Oh, there it goes. Won't be able to make my lease payments and I'll be broke before I started. Everything's got a cost for these lease vehicles, so I've got to try to keep them working without for the minimum amount of time, because they're all on hourly rates. So they're very expensive to run, particularly some of the big machinery. I got myself a good tractor just to hoe through and do the job. And of course that's costing me $9 grand an hour every time I run it for an hour. So I really got to make sure I use it efficiently. But pulled a big plough, pulled the big seeder, and got the job done pretty quickly on those 4 fields which I have. Okay, so that's full. Yep. Let's turn you off. Save the money. Get out of here. Get some more money. Nice tight little roads. There's plenty of trees around, so that's why I've gone for this industry. In fact, I've just knocked some off from here. They do have these weedy type willow trees. They're a real pain. The trailer I have is an auto loader. It doesn't like it at all. LittleShadow is going to pop on eventually and come and join me and do a little bit of forestry work. So he'll be a little offsider for my little farm account. Yeah, nice tight little tracks around here. Got to be really tight to get around. Tons of farms and industries that haven't been accessed yet. You can't just go anywhere. You've got to actually purchase them. But there's cattle fattening yards as well as normal cattle yards. So there's milk and meat. There's pork with fattening yards for the pork as well. So there's those, and of course sheep yards. This is a little wood chip area that's very hard to get into. The map for this is version 1.0.0.4. The one on Giants is 1.0.0.0. It's not very usable. This area, for example, on that one doesn't actually have any of the wood chips laying there. I had huge trouble trying to get it to work. Wouldn't work for me. So I went searching up this one, and this is only out well, this month actually. So very handy to get the correct map. But it makes a big difference. This map's really good. It's on seasons, so at the moment it's early spring. And come on, get around. Yep, season, so early spring, so we have time frames to get things done. Can't plant if the ground's too cold, and can't harvest if it's raining, stuff like that. And nothing grows during winter. Well, a little bit into the beginning of winter. The grass does, but that's about it. Everything else you've got to plan accordingly. Start with everything's harvested when you come on and start this map up. That's just been done by the AIs recently. I'm pretty sure there was nothing harvested on the thing. There's no grass at this stage. Well, there will be, except it should be growing now actually. However, there's nowhere to sell the grass. You've got to turn it to silage at this stage, unless you start to acquire silage yards. You can wrap it, of course. We'll get this back around. Oh, a little bit too far away. Oh, we'll do it. We'll do it. No, too far. There it goes. Okay, so I picked up some money there, but you can't see it at the moment. Because of the individual banking arrangements, we actually have to go into our farm manager, and we need to go into this particular area here. And you can see I've picked up $3,129, and my vehicle costs there were $5 each, so they belong to me. All the vehicles have to be allocated out. If they're not allocated, you can't drive them. So you just can't jump in any vehicle, do a pile of work. But all the costs also go to me, so that's one of those things that you have to take account of. Let's get in there, start her up, turn her on and get to work as quick as we can. Again, aim is to keep the vehicle costs down as much as possible. The good thing is the lease costs on the actual properties are not too bad, but they're spread over 20 days and they come out every single day. So it's not that bad, but we're not going to get any income from those crops until late autumn. So we've got to find some other way of generating revenue during that time. I mean, if I did nothing and just planted crops and then purchased the vehicles, planted crops, sold the vehicles, that would certainly possibly work, but you know, I'd have to fast forward at about 3 months or 3 seasons to get any benefit from it, and that's just a waste of game. Here's my other mouse. Excellent. Switching to my wireless mouse. Love it. So yeah, I've got to make money, and this is the way I could do it. The other ones, of course, is a compost plant. But again, at this stage, the only thing you've got to compost is wood chip. So it's not really going to achieve much in savings wise. It is a cheaper purchase, however you still have to lease the wood chipper, and you still need a way of carting the stuff around, and you're going to have to purchase fuel to go in with it. Oh, it drives you crazy. If I hit the side of the wood chipper too hard, it actually moves it. That's going to be too... Oh, it's not. If I hit it too hard, it's actually going to move the wood chipper, so I've got to be very careful. Jump up, push it down, there we go. Good old safety there. Jump up on the wood chipper, she'll be right, mate. It's not a problem. Up and over. The old wood plant actually when I looked at fuels, I thought, oh okay, I'll go buy some fuel. So prior to this game, I actually went and purchased a whole pile of fuel to put in it, and I couldn't find anywhere to put it. The damn thing runs off wood chips. So yeah, it drove me crazy trying to find out how to fuel it up. So it's a huge map, tons of potential, tons of opportunities. Got to think about what you're going to do though, particularly in regards to funds management. If you just go berserk, you end up with no money, and you'll go broke. I'm pretty sure we can still borrow, but I haven't actually looked too far down that line. Let's see how much we got. We're full there. That will give us another 3 grand. That will bring us up to 10 grand, so we'll be reasonably okay. Turn it all off, and we'll go dump this off. Again, everything's being charged per hour. You can see this has gone 3.5, so I'll be up for, when it goes 4, we'll be up for another 9 grand. But once I get some money behind, then I'll pick up a little old cheapo tractor that's got cheap operating costs to do this kind of stuff. The reason I got a big one is I didn't want to muck around and spend a lot of time putting in the crops. So the crops have all been fertilized 3 times, ploughed and seeded, so we should get maximum yield out of that. Selected 4 crops, which are pretty good. Damage is on, of course, so I can actually do some damage to the crops. This is one of the properties that are available. That van belongs to one of the other farm accounts. There's 3 of them around the place. I'll wait for this guy. He's going to turn left, right. Yep. One of the mods in the game is I've got is Big Bud, and really there is no way in the world I'm going to be able to use that big machinery. If I do, it's going to be all down the bottom end, or if anyone wants to use it, it's all going to be down the bottom end. It's going to have to be paddocks that are joined up, and we can do that. You can actually buy the strip of land between paddocks at 20 grand a pop, or 20,000 euros, and that goes to the city council, so they'll sell you the strip between properties for 20 grand, and you can merge up the paddocks as part of the map. So it's pretty cool. Oh, that tree's gonna go. I've got to chop it down. Okay, so let's just get that in the bank. I shouldn't leave the vehicle running. I can't afford to leave it running. Control Z. Duck into our... Oh, I didn't get much money. The price is coming down. That sucks. Anyway, 10 grand. Contract company's got 2 million, but that's because it sold all the vehicles just to that normally spawn in. I sold the lot and basically made it so that you only get 300,000 and a Ford Transit. So just to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm sure I can borrow money, but I don't have to buy the properties. I can lease them until I'm ready to buy them, till I earn some money. Don't have to buy the vehicles, can lease. Other players can hire other players to do work. So for example, if you want to get some fields ploughed, you can hire the other players to do it. Oh, I'm stuck. Come on, get over. Yep. So for example, if you want to use the seeder, then you can hire me to seed your grounds, or vice versa, etc. I don't know what happens if you want to sell wood into the lumber mill, whether I have to pay you or yeah, I don't know how that works. So I'm kind of wondering whether if I haven't got any money and you take something in there, how are you going to get paid? It's interesting, but I won't know until someone else comes in another account. I would expect, if it worked the way I think it should, is you would bring in a load of logs and I would pay you the going rate for those logs. Shut it down and get out again. Okay, so we're up at 10 grand. Quick little overview. Here's the bank I was talking about, and you can see there's a bank line of 400,000. I don't know what that relates to. Seems to imply I can borrow money. This is a different bank than all the rest, but here's the important bit, the field management. So you can walk in and lease these properties. I got these ones because they were close to the farm I took, and close to the vehicle yards, because I was all about saving a few bucks. So yeah, you could lease any property you like. You can all buy them. Mostly leasing. Obviously it's not letting me buy anything, showing me because I can't afford it. So if I can't afford it, it's not going to show it. That's pretty cool. Transfer money between accounts. I don't have any, but those type of things. Kind of says take out, borrow, but the way to do that, of course, is just the normal up here, I think. No, can't borrow up here. That money's not mine. That's basically the vehicle sold. Mine is 10,124. That's the total overall of everything in the game. The contracting management's the one that gave you the 300,000. Okay, this is going to need more wood chips just to keep operating, and wow, it does. I do have wood chips here, so I could pick that up and take it around. 1,200, it's bugger all. So I think what we'll do is the next lot, we'll chop up this, and then we'll go and sell this, and we'll move the wood chipper, go get another stack of logs, and we will fill up the wood chip pile. I just read that wrong, didn't I? You're an idiot, Shadow. You're an idiot. Products. Okay, I still have 35,000 worth of fuel. That's okay. Bit of an idiot there. I was panicking. I thought it was going to run out. But that's cool. That's cool. We'll be okay. So, farming sim, you know, it is a grind. It's lots of work to do, which is fine. If you don't like it, then that's not a game for you. However, you can certainly get ahead very quickly. Well, you can in the vanillas or some of the mods. You can certainly make a lot of money very quickly, but that becomes pretty boring. Some fantastic modders out there, and modders do a really, really good job. Absolutely brilliant. And majority of those mods are all free, which is good. The only ones you pay for are the ones from Giant themselves. And that's going to be... Did I cut it yet? No, too heavy. fact, I might take Big Bud off because that's a paid one. I have to leave Platinum DLC on because that's the seasons. And I can't remember the first one, but most people have got that already. So if you have Big Bud, or don't have Big Bud and you want to play but don't want to buy Big Bud, give us a yell. And I will take it off, definitely. And if you give us a yell, I'll take it off sooner rather than later. You can chat via Discord or TeamSpeak. I have a TeamSpeak account. Excuse me. Sorry about that, how rude. Start her up, crank her up. Oh. Get up. I do like the other timber mill. One of the maps, I think it's Stevie's, where you drive past, it's at the rail yard, and there's furniture factories, etc. And the wood chipper is in the ground. So you offload it straight into the wood chipper. I was hoping there was something like that in this game, but there's not. But that would be perfect if I just dumped the wood and went straight into the chipper. But that's just me being lazy, I suppose. Okay, still going up, still unloading. One last one, hopefully that's a nice truckload. Trailer's leased, it's auto load. It loves the straight trees, doesn't like the curvy ones. Let's get in, turn you off, turn you off. And I think I have enough wood chip. 15 tonne again. Excellent. Now let's just jump out of this vehicle and check the price. Seasons. See what's happening with the price. Wood chips. Yep, it's still there, but it's going to drop down very, very quickly. So I've got to make the most of it before it gets too far along. Otherwise, it's going to be rather a pointless sale. I'll have to find another business by then. In the meantime, let's make the most of it. Bring it around. Yeah, the straight trees work really well on the auto loader for the trailer, but these bent ones, absolute nightmare. Oh, I've got to cut that corner. .6 on this trailer. I'm going to stop it at 3.9 because all this work I've done is just enough to pay the trailer. Sorry, the tractor. The leases on my property probably around about 2,000 per day, so that's not a problem. But I also have the daily leases on all the other stuff, so we really got to make the money today. Come on, get around, get around, get around, doggy. Okay. 2,000 again. Reasonably low cost there. 12 grand. Try to get us around this time. All in, I can go out this way. I'll go out the other door. Again, there's a massive property there for sale. Will I get around? Will I? Yes. This is, like I said, this is the other farm that's available for use. There's 4 of them around the place. I'm using one at the moment, but I don't think there's any specific ownership. It's just somewhere to store your stuff. One right up here, 3 down near this town, the main town. Come on, get around, doggy. One of the other things we can sell, we'll have a look when we get back and stop this vehicle. Like I said, got to keep it moving. It's either got to be running or off. There's a strip that you can... Oh, it's a farm you can buy. This is where I got my first lot of trees from. There's one the auto loader wouldn't pick up. There's a huge forestry region. Chuck this around, come back the other way. Excellent. Okay. And stop you. Rightio, so that's loading that up. Not going to get much out of that. Automatically loads up there. So there won't be too much in there. Not enough to justify buying a bucket yet. The trailer's got a cost. The only thing that's not going to cost me much money is 20%. We might get 2 pallets. Pallets are worth $378, and that's up the top again. So those empty pallets get $378. Look at our map. It's right up where we were. The sawdust area, but I haven't seen the actual sell point, so I won't know the sell point for that one until I actually get there and have some produced. Let's go back. So quite a few sell points. Unfortunately, they're not all open. Some of them, these BGAs, you have to buy them, so they're not even operating. The biogas plants. So if you were to go mow lawn, you're going to need to get silage. Pretty pointless because there's no one to sell it to. The only thing you can do with the grass or any of the organics, where the price of that come down? Any of the organics is if you were to duck over to, and we will do it. Let's go to this point here. I can't go there, it's not my vehicle. The loading station for the tablet. That's one of the things you've got to do. You have to actually charge your tablet. Anyway, just up here we have a compost plant. And you have to buy it. You can buy sheep yards or piggeries or cattle yards, but you haven't got enough money. This place here is a compost yard, so it'll take any of your organics. However, you're not going to get paid until you actually produce the compost and you take the compost and sell it to the nursery. So it is a going concern. You can get in there. You're going to have to get your mowers, etc. Collect up your organics, and you're also going to have to get a tanker to drop off the fuel, and then you get your compost piling up here. Sorry, no auto loads in this game. You're going to have to get a bucket and load it to your trailers yourself, and then drive it to the nursery to sell it. So all those little things just keep you busy. So here's our compost gardening centre. So you can drive it there and sell it. But again, they have no value. Not going to get paid for your grass, your hay, or your grass, hay, or straw. It's got to have a purpose, and the purposes are animals. You grow it to sell it to the animal yards, etc., or silage, or other things like that. So what's that one down there? Oh, the garden centre, yep. Okay. I am not going to drive you. That one bounced the fairway. Oh, she doesn't like it. She's fighting for her life. She doesn't like being ground up. Okay, they can stay there. So I'm going to chop some trees. Nothing very exciting. And then pick them up, chop them down, bring them back, and hopefully we can get some more wood chip. We'll be able to get through here. Let's see if I can drop them down that line there, I think, today. Drop them down, clean them up, bring the truck through. You can still go the same direction, happy with you. Bit down low, we'll put it at a slight angle. You can go the same. You're a big boy, you can go the other way. Yep, that worked well. And let's clean this thing up. Well, that's a huge tree. That looks pretty good. And then this baby. Let's cut you down, just a cut manageable lengths. I reckon they should charge me per tree as a license fee that I chop down. Every tree I chop down, I should have to pay a license fee, regardless of what I do with it. That'd be pretty cool. Just to make it a little bit tougher. It's not already tough enough. again. The one just in front of us is rolled over. You can see there's still branches attached. And that's fine. Let's clean you up. That was pretty cool. And let's chop use. Chop use. Beautiful Sunday in Perth, nice and hot. In-game temperature is 9 degrees, ground temperature 5 degrees Celsius. Here, don't know what it is outside, but I think it's bloody hot. Technical term that, bloody hot. I think that's sufficient to go through and pick up those. Yep, I can do that. Okay, on to your next one. Beautiful. Excellent. Let's cut these into lengths. Now this is not the main forestry region, this is just an area that was close to the timber mill. I don't know why you'd build a timber mill away from the forestry area, but that's life, I suppose. I'd be building it right there so I didn't have to transport anything far. Okay, that will do, just chop that one off. You, yep, you can go up the hill. Turn it this way. Gotta be mindful I don't get caught up in the other trees. Ooh, head. Not your normal games you see on Twitch. I play all kinds of stuff, and I'm happy to broadcast and play anything. Just like it, a bit different. Oh, look at that. Contrails. Oh no, that's the beacon. I was going to say contrails of a jet going over. Dude, you got aircraft on your mind. Anyone think you're a pilot? Oh, what do you know? $12.57, so we're going along quite nice. After this, going to take a break and then come back and do a car mechanic maybe. And later on tonight, the hunt showdown. So that's my plans. And then cross to YouTube for a little bit of 7 days to die. Normal broadcast live try for every day, but sometimes it's just life gets in the way. It's rather late broadcast if you're in Oz, but if you're not in Oz, then it's could be early. But yeah, no, so it's broadcast 7 days today on YouTube live. Day 37, I think I am. Day 37. Rightio, I think I've got enough to pick up there. Like I say, I don't like these trees. They're just in the way. Let's jump to the vehicle. And we'll get out there and pick these up as quick as we can and get back as quick as we can. Oops. Concentrate first. 3.7 hours. Should be able to... Oh, I knew you'd do that, you mongrel. Okay, so I want to pick up on the left hand side, so I've got to switch back to the last one. Left side pick up. And, oh no, we'll do a right side pick up first. Load it up, come down the line, and switch it left to right. One. Why won't you go up? What's going on? Too long. There we go. Okay, switch across the left, start her up again. Excellent, pull it over. Let's strap that down for a bit, take it back again. Okay, so there's no crop there at the moment, so I don't mind doing this, but I would be doing massive damage. Massive damage. Let's just get this touch. Get out, find out why this one doesn't lift up. Should go up, I can't be full. Nope, doesn't want to pick that up, so let's just lock it down and get it back to the yard. Okay, that's that. Beautiful. And we have some lovely timber to chip up. Okay, so that's it for today. We're going to do some more chipping a little bit later on. Just wander in and out, do a bit of chipping, bit of chatting, and see what else is going on. We're going to do a little check. Our fields are all done. There's really not much I can do apart from try to work out if there's a better way to make some money. There's my $9,000 comes out every hour I run that vehicle, and of course I've got a little bit of costs associated with running this one. What's this one? 0.5. So got to make sure I've got some money for that one. Yeah, and I've got to make sure I do it before the price goes down. So let's get out of you, back into you. We go right back to the beginning. We can see the field costs. $98, $446. So really I'm only looking at $1,500 a day for the field leases, but the machinery leases is what's going to kill me. Could return them? Oh, great. Thanks. Appreciate that. It's just gone and clicked over and says, here, pay your bill. So that's it for today. I will be back, well, I might be back later, but it will just be more of the same at the moment. Anyone interested in joining, just give us a yell. You're more than welcome. There's a multiplayer server. It runs whenever someone logs in, it runs. However, it is set on 1 hour is 1 hour at this stage, so that you know, everyone can come in at a even spot and not get caught right at the end of a season. So plenty of time for someone to join up at the moment. Meantime, that's it. We will be out of here. Thanks for your support, thanks for the follows, and I will catch you in the next episode. Till then, bye for now.